Somebody will probably correct me if I'm wrong, but I think about 200 have been hit so far in the tournament proper. Did Mitch Marsh, as far as you're concerned, belt the most important one last night?
Oh, that was nice. It was a good way to finish the game. I think we put in a really good performance from the outset last night. I think our bowlers set the tone, obviously. So, but to get over the line and help with our net run rate was really important.
But all the machinations sort of came into play before the game. Now that you're about to prepare to play the West Indies, is it a keep it simple, stupid type attitude? Do you just say to the boys, just win this one?
Well, that's what our focus has been the whole time, to be honest. But behind the scenes, we made a conscious effort not to talk about net run rate and things like that. You've obviously got to put yourself in a position to win the game before you can worry about anything else. So last night was just one of those cases where we were able to chat about it at the halfway mark because we'd done such a great job in the first half there. So, we just got to play our best game again. 3 games to go, hopefully, to win a tournament.
Last one from me, I promise. Does it feel like a turning point?
Oh, it was a really good performance. I think the way that we started the game on the back of a really poor performance against England was outstanding. So everyone seems in really good spirits. Everyone's playing nicely. It was just that one game against England that was sort of the blip there. So we're going to have to bring our best against the West Indies tomorrow, obviously as well.
Thanks, Aaron.
Luke Duffy.
Thanks, Cole. Hi, Aaron. Just how important is it that you do get that win against the West Indies and don't leave it up to England? Like, how important is it to keep it in your control?
Yeah, I'd love to keep it in our control. That's all you can focus on. I think as soon as you start hoping other teams win and or other teams lose, it just clouds your judgment and your vision. So that's really important that we just go and stick to our guns, stick to our process, because we know that's good enough when we get it right. So that's important. West Indies is such a dangerous side. We saw that when we played them. Obviously, with them being out of the competition now, they've got nothing to lose, which can also be a really dangerous spot.
Malcolm Cullen.
Thanks, Cole. Thanks, Aaron. Well done the other night. Can you just talk us through the attitude or the mindset going into that game? Because it just seems like that you seem to be a more aggressive team from the start. That you seem to be really sort of up and into them. Is that real or imagined on my part?
No, it was real. We made a conscious effort. We wanted to bring a little bit more energy, especially in the field. It's a lot easier when you get wickets early on, and the way that Mitchell Starc started in that first over, backed up by Josh Hazlewood in the second, to have them 2 down so early, and then Maxwell and Camo to jump on the back of that. Everyone was just up and about. So, and I think what was really pleasing, once we had a sniff in that game, that we didn't give them an opportunity to get back into it. So, it wasn't imagined by any stretch. It was really well done by our boys.
Andrew McGlashan.
Hey, Aaron. In the Caribbean a couple of months ago, Hayden Walsh Jr. had some pretty good success against you. He's not been a regular for their team in this tournament, but if he comes back tomorrow, do you think you're better prepared now for what he might pose as a challenge for you?
Yeah, we expect him to come back into the side. He had a sensational series against us over there. I do think we're better equipped to deal with that at the moment. Obviously, having played him before in a 5-game series, there's been a lot more information sharing amongst the boys and chat about that. But it just comes down to being able to perform your best game on the day. It sounds pretty basic, but that's what it comes down to. We can keep our intent, keep our energy. I think that goes a long way to us giving ourselves the best chance of winning.
And just on your form, do you feel something has clicked again in your batting? A few seem to have come quite nicely out of the middle in the last few matches. I know it was tough against England, but certainly last night you managed to nail a few. Do you feel something's clicked in your batting?
Yeah, it was nice to get a few in the middle. I think the first couple of balls I was trying to swing a bit too hard and wasn't really watching the ball as close as I should have been. But yeah, I feel as though my footwork patterns have been pretty good. It's something I've been working at. Obviously, when you're coming off an injury or you're coming back off any kind of layoff, it can take a little bit of time to get back up to speed. But I feel like I'm playing reasonably well. Yep.
Thanks, Evan. Cheers, mate.
Louis Cameron.
Hey, Finchy, sorry, struggling to get off mute there. Mitch Stark said yesterday on the broadcast that he might have taken a couple of days, between the games to work on his run-up, and that he might have struggled a little bit with that. Can you give an insight into what you might have seen him doing?
Yeah, it was something over the last couple of weeks I think that he's been working on, and he started to get in a really good rhythm the other day at training, and he said he felt as though it was a lot smoother. And I know facing him in the nets, it felt quick, and he was swinging the ball, which is a great sign for Mitch when that's happening. Him as a package is unbelievable. When you add in how good he is in the field and with the bat as well. So, yeah, I'm not sure of the actual specifics, but I do know that he's been working on it with Andrew McDonald quite a bit. And yeah, that seemed to go really nicely yesterday. He said in the lead up 2 days before the game that it felt really nice, and he started to feel that rhythm again, that he knows that he's bowling well.
And just generally with him, I mean, the Windies did get hold of him in the first couple of games during that series earlier this year, and then he obviously had that really great final over against Andre Russell. Is he the kind of guy that, if a similar moment, happened in this next game or even the semi-finals, is he kind of the man you're turning to in a high-pressure situation?
Oh, absolutely. His record in all formats of the game is unbelievable, but particularly T20 cricket. He's someone who's got so many skills, the ability to take wickets all through the innings with the new ball at the death in particular is as good as anyone in the world. So, absolutely, he's a strike weapon that we love to use. Any stage that we feel as though we can exploit someone, or there's a little weakness, or you just want to keep pressing through their middle overs. He's the one you turn to most times. Yeah.
Thanks, Vinci. Cheers.
Raj.
Yes, Cole. Hi, Aaron. How much do you guys look at Adam Zampa as a match winner, especially in a T20 kind of format? Usually, people talk about Australia and you think of fast bowlers, but here we've seen Zampa, claiming very important, crucial wickets for you. Just how much of a weapon is he for you in your thoughts and your planning, especially in tomorrow's game?
Well, he's a huge weapon. He's someone who's been so consistent over the last couple of years in both white ball formats of the game. He's someone who we rely on a lot in, especially one-day cricket, to really control overs through the middle, and a really attacking option. It's the same in T20 cricket. He often bowls maybe sometimes one in the power play, but then he'll bowl straight after the power play. He puts so much pressure on opposition. His skills are brilliant. He keeps improving, and I think what's been the most important thing is he gets very, very good players out consistently. I think if you look at the guys in the opposition that he gets out a lot, it's a lot of the time it's their best player, which is so important.
Hope you there, Raj. I think we might have lost you, Raj. We'll go to Malcolm Connor then, Raj, if you want to come back from there. Mel?
Off mute. Aaron, do you feel, given the performance the other night and the fact that, or last night, and the fact that you won so well and that you've left South Africa in second place with a terrific run rate, is it starting to feel tantalisingly close to being able to play off for the trophy that Australia's never won?
Oh, no, mate. We have a decent sleep in this morning, and some guys will train, some guys will have a day off today, but later this afternoon we'll move our attention as a strategy group to all our stuff with the West Indies. So never the cup, Mel, you know that.
Rohit.
Hi, Aaron. Postpone the Afghanistan test.
Sorry, mate, I can't hear you there. Sorry.
Can you hear me?
It's very muffled.
Yeah, just try to speak more loudly and clearer. Thank you.
Can you hear me now?
Vaguely, yeah.
Okay. Cricket Australia confirmed they postponed the Afghanistan test. I was just wondering what your thoughts are on that.
Oh, it's obviously, it would have been a great test. Have that in schedule. point down the track is really important for world cricket. We've seen, particularly in the shortest of the game, how important and how big an impact that the Afghan team has had on world cricket. So, hopefully that can get back up and running as soon as possible.